Dust off those cowboy boots. We're picking wildflowers and riding horses in this episode. You might have a heart like a truck and drink watermelon moonshine. We know to wait in truck because there's things a man ought to know. I've got it all on Lainey Wilson. I'm your host, James Shelton, and this is The Melody.
Student, now we're ready to share stories of melodies that fill the air. From rock and roll to soul and everything in between. We'll take you on a journey, it's a sonic dream. Welcome to the Melody Podcast, where music comes alive.
Lainey Wilson is a Grammy winning country music singer and songwriter known for songs like Things a Man Ought to Know, Watermelon Moonshine, and Heart Like a Truck. Originally from Louisiana, Wilson moved to Nashville, Tennessee at age 19, determined to be a country star. However, many executives believed her musical style didn't fit the modern genre, and she struggled to achieve success for years. It wasn't until her song started to be featured on the popular television drama Yellowstone in 2019 that this perception began to change and Wilson achieved widespread popularity. She received the most nominations for any artist at the 2023 CMA Awards, ultimately winning 5 categories, including Entertainer of the Year and Female Vocalist of the Year. Lainey Dene Wilson was born on May 19, 1992, and raised in Baskin, Louisiana, a small town with a population of fewer than 300 people. Her father is Brian Wilson, a fifth-generation farmer, and her mother is Michelle Wilson, a schoolteacher. Lainey has an older sister named Jana. Her musical and fashion styles were greatly influenced by her parents from an early age. Her father played guitar at the family's kitchen table, with young Lainey and Jana making up dances for his songs. Brian was inspired by artists like Buck Owens and Glenn Campbell, who he used to impersonate as a boy by standing on a picnic table with his guitar for passing motorists. Lainey also idolized Dolly Parton. She eventually paid tribute to the legendary singer with the 2021 single WWDD, standing for What Would Dolly Do? Similarly, Michelle helped inspire her daughter's sense of fashion. Now a signature part of her own stage apparel, Lainey received a pair of bell bottoms from her mother when she was a young girl. She said, "At one point, my mother was like, 'You've got to take them off. You've got to wash them.'" Lainey told Billboard of the blue leopard print pants. She said, "I've always been in love with things that are throwbacks, whether it's music or stories." Lainey participated in extracurricular activities like cheerleading and basketball, but she gravitated towards music the most, inspired by pop star and fellow Louisianian Britney Spears. She wrote her first song when she was 9 and started playing guitar at age 11. She said, "It's honestly been one of those things that from 9 years old I knew I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew I was going to be on that journey," she told Holler in 2021. While in middle and high school, Wilson had an early taste of life as a performer by impersonating Hannah Montana, the popular Disney Channel character played by Miley Cyrus, at birthday parties, nursing homes, and other public venues. She also formed a cover band called the Cadillac Kings that played at bars and clubs despite the group being underage. Following her school graduation, 19-year-old Lainey Wilson moved to Nashville, Tennessee. In August 2011, she determined to forge a career in country music. Despite her optimism, Wilson's initial foray into the industry wasn't all that successful. The singer lived in a Flagstaff camper trailer for 3 years after her move, parking it right outside a recording studio that belonged to a family friend who owed her grandfather a favor. She told Good Morning America in November 2022 she often slept with 3 pairs of socks and multiple jackets to stay warm during the winter months. She also had to borrow water, internet service, and electricity from her neighbor. All the while, she walked up and down Nashville's Music Row, handing out demos and CDs in search of an opportunity that might kickstart her career. However, music executives perceived Wilson as too country for country, with her twangy voice and deeply personal songwriting, in contrast to the pop infused songs that were leading the genre. Now, I have to say, how can you be too country for country? I don't know. She said, I had a lot of folks slam the door in my face, she told People. There were some hard times, there were some rough days, times when I should probably have packed it up and went home. Despite this, she refused to give up. Wilson released her self titled debut album in 2014. A year later, she met Mandolin Monchik, who, upon hearing Wilson's song Dreamcatcher, was convinced the singer had next level talent and became her manager, according to the Washington Post. Wilson put out her second album, Tougher, in 2016 and experienced her first chart success with Tougher coming in at a modest number 44 on the Billboard Top Country Albums list. By 2018, Wilson inked a publishing deal and signed with Broken Bow Records. Still, Wilson was far from a household name in the country scene. It would take an assist from an emerging TV show to start changing that. Lainey Wilson appeared on a handful of Yellowstone episodes in season 5. After several of her songs were featured on the show, like other rising country artists such as Zach Bryan, Wilson benefited greatly when her music was featured on the drama series Yellowstone, starring Kevin Costner. The first Wilson song to appear on the Paramount show was Working Overtime in 2019 season 2. Since then, series co-creator Taylor Sheridan has featured Wilson's singles Straight Up Sideways and Small Town Girl in season 3, as well as Smell Like Smoke, a song Wilson penned specifically for season 5. Not satisfied with simply sharing her music, Sheridan eventually offered Wilson an on-camera role for the show's 5th season in 2022. Appearing in 4 episodes, Wilson played Abby, a local musician who has a romantic relationship with ranch worker Ryan. A series regular played by Ian Bohan. When Taylor told me I want to create a character especially for you, I want you to wear your bell bottoms, sing your songs, and pretty much be yourself. I knew that he was wanting to kind of helped me over that wall to put a face to the name for People, she told Variety. Despite her excitement, Wilson nearly quit after her father Brian developed an infection and suffered a stroke. He required 9 surgeries, including the removal of his left eye, but after hearing Lainey discuss the situation over a telephone call at the hospital, Brian insisted that she fulfill her obligations. She said, Daddy, I can't leave you, she told People. He said, you better go and you better not come back until the job is done. That is the girl that he raised, so I headed that way and did it. That's what she said. Thanks to the success of Yellowstone, Nashville finally started to take notice of Wilson and her music. She released her 2019 EP Redneck Hollywood, which contained the autobiographical single LA, in a reference to her home state of Louisiana. Wilson went on tour with another emerging country superstar, Morgan Wallen. Soon after, in February of 2020, one of Wilson's biggest dreams came true when she debuted at the famous Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. Later that summer, her single Things a Man Ought to Know released for radio play and became her breakout song. By September 2021, it reached the top country airplay chart, giving Wilson her first #1 hit, and Billboard named the singer its top new country artist of that year. Her 2021 studio album Saying What I'm Thinking also charted, but only as high as number 40. Her 2022 album Bell Bottom Country contained numerous hits, including Country Airplay #1, Watermelon Moonshine, and Heart Like a Truck, which peaked at number 2. Wilson was nominated in 6 categories at that year's Country Music Association Awards and won New Artist of the Year and Female Vocalist of the Year. I promise you, I know I'm new to a lot of folks, but I won't let you down. I won't let you all down, I promise you, she said while accepting her award for the latter. CMA Entertainer of the Year and Grammy win Keeping her word from a year prior, Wilson collaborated for a pair of hit duets in 2023, Wait in the Truck with Hardy and Save Me with Jelly Roll. She also established herself as one of the busiest artists in music, estimating in October radio interview she scheduled more than 160 performances during the year. It's been hard, it's been busy, but these are the moments that I've dreamed and prayed for, she said. Not surprisingly, accolades continue to pour in. Wilson won in 4 categories at the Academy of Country Music Awards in May of 2023, including Album of the Year for Bell Bottom Country and Female Artist of the Year, which her idol, Dolly Parton, presented to her. Then in September, Wilson became the year's most nominated artist for CMA Awards with 9, in addition to retaining Best Female Vocalist trophy at the November Awards ceremony. Wilson became the first female performer to win Entertainer of the Year since Taylor Swift in 2011 and claimed 5 awards in all. She received more good news only days later when she received 2 Grammy nominations, Best Country Album for Bell Bottom Country and Best Country Duo Group Performance for Save Me. Sure enough, Bell Bottom Country won the Grammy Award for Best Country Album in February of 2024. And most recently, this May, Wilson announced her next album, Whirlwind, set to release in August. She won 3 ACM awards, including Entertainer of the Year, and less than a week later, Reba McEntire invited her to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry. As she wrapped up her first initial headlining tour, the singer now embarks on her Country's Cool Again tour, spanning more than 35 shows. She will make multiple appearances as a guest performer on Morgan Wallen's One Night at a Time tour. Wilson's ascending career is also the subject of a 2024 documentary, Lainey Wilson, Bell Bottom Country, streaming on Hulu starting May 29th. She also adds bar owner to her resume as Bell Bottom Up Bar opens in Nashville 2 days later. Wilson is not married and until recently kept details of her personal life private. In May of 2023, Wilson attended the ACM Awards with former NFL football player Delvin Duck Hodges. People confirmed with the singer's reps that the pair were dating. Then, during an appearance on the Bobby Bones Show a month after the ACMs, Wilson revealed she and Hodges had actually been together for more than 2 years. The couple met in 2021 in Nashville, Tennessee through mutual friends. Wilson told people she kept her relationship with the former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback a secret because she wanted to see if Hodges was in it for the right reasons. Hodges is 28, retired from football in 2022, and now works in real estate. He knows what it's like chasing a dream because he's done that for himself, Wilson said. But I'll tell you, he is good as gold, supports me, would never come in between anything that I'm trying to do. He's like, go get it, girl. Wilson has also made significant changes to her exercise and diet routines in recent years. In 2020, the singer declared she was taking a year of health. She cut out dairy, sugar, and processed foods from her diet and also hired a personal trainer. With these steps, as well as the commitment to running and hiking, she has reportedly lost out as much as 70 pounds. As a result, Wilson went viral in December of 2022 for a TikTok video showing the singer performing in leopard pants that highlighted her figure. Wilson humorously acknowledged the attention the video generated, saying in an Instagram video, whatever brings the people in, whatever brings the people in. But I'm just letting y'all know, go check out my record, Bell Bottom Country. Happy to have you either way. However you found me, I'm happy. Lainey Wilson received the Grand Ole Opry invite. So, country singer Lainey Wilson performed on the season finale of The Voice on May 21st and received a huge surprise from one of her music idols, country icon Reba McEntire, a celebrity coach on NBC singing competition The Voice. She invited Wilson to become an official member of the Grand Ole Opry. Reba said, I have heard that I inspired you in what you have done so far, and I'm thrilled to death if I have anything to do with your career because you are blowing it up. I was so proud of you at the ACMs the other night, and I couldn't be more proud to be the one that helps continue to bridge the gap between our generations. She said, I'd like to be the person to invite you to become an official member of the Grand Ole Opry. McIntyre also presented Wilson with a commemorative Opry Lainey 2024 belt buckle. That's a birthday gift right here, said a visibly emotional Wilson who just turned 32 on May 19th. Wilson, who was named Entertainer of the Year at the ACM earlier this month, recently announced a new album titled Whirlwind, releasing on August 23rd. The Grammy winner is also subject to the new documentary Lainey Wilson Bell Bottom Country that arrives May 29th on Hulu. Lainey is featured on Joey Roll's song Save Me, which has grew tremendously over the past year because it's one of the most relatable songs, and Joey Roll recently praised Lainey Wilson for being on the song with him and called her his sister of country. The song is very powerful. It was powerful before Lainey Wilson became the before she was on the record with him. Go check it out. So as of this recording, Lainey Wilson's net worth is about $4 million. Lainey Wilson's top 5 songs: number 1, Watermelon Moonshine; number 2, Heart Like a Truck; number 3, Wildflowers and Wild Horses; number 4, Things a Man Ought to Know; and number 5, Waiting in the Truck. If you'd like to see the full biography of Lainey Wilson and others, visit shopmelody.com and check out our blog. Sign up to become a member to get access to exclusive content and discounts only for Melody members. Check out our merch and get your podcast gear. Let us see you in that gear. Tag us at the Melody Pod on Instagram and X. Thanks for listening.